And it is Christmas Eve across at least the United States. I think most of the world probably now. It is Christmas Eve where a billion and more Christians will be celebrating the birth of the Jesus character. And we're going to talk tonight about politics and religion. Was/is the New Testament a political document? I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, 20 years a Christian minister, Bible college graduate of 100,000 hours of study within the biblical text. Thank you so much, Cautious Observer. Now that I can order groceries online and have them brought to my house, I can actually have a pizza delivered that is DiGiorno. What a world, ladies and gentlemen. What a world. And Cautious Observer, I can't wait to start telling you about the new product that we're going to be sponsoring. Oh, it's the product to end all products. It's going to be so much fun. But alas, I can't tell you about it yet because we have not been given the green light. But boy, I can't wait for things to blast off. And Mr. Make It Happen says, hey, Jeff, I'm an atheist. Well, at least you're not dumb enough to be a Christian. I'm so happy to hear that you're here. So let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're going to do this on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we're going to do it the way we always do what we do. Wall to wall, treetop tall, locked and loaded, coast to coast, border to border, bringing it in style. Tracy thinks she knows what the product is. Tracy, how could you possibly know unless you have bugged the Heartland bunker? But I'd be willing to entertain your guesses here during this live podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, is the New Testament a political document? Mike Brockbank says it's Christmas Day in Australia. Well, Merry Christmas to you down there in Australia. Jay's tweets. Oh, she does know what it is. She does know what it is. Tracy, is that not the absolute best product ever? I cannot wait to start talking about that product. The opportunities are limitless, and half of this audience is going to be thrilled by it, and the other half is going to be super thrilled by it, and we're not really even sure which half is which. And she is indeed the oracle. But ladies and gentlemen, riddle me this. Why would you say that the only surviving literary works describing first century Judea all have a decidedly pro-Roman stance? Why would that be? And by the way, the first part of the show is brought to you by C60 Purple Power, y'all. Jeff, your hair is getting darker. I know it's because of the C60 Purple Power. I'm reading Joe Atwell, Shakespeare Messiah. I've realized I'm reading without reading glasses anymore. And if I did have troubles in the bedroom, this really helps it out. But since I don't, I thought I was just getting better, but I am getting better. But now I know why. So, hey, you never question, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And when things improve in the bedroom, never wonder why. Just roll with it, ladies and gentlemen. But C60purplepower.com. You can go to jeffreydaugherty.com, click on the Purple Power logo, or go straight to C60purplepower.com. Use the code TCW10, and you will get a 10% discount on a product that will absolutely change your life. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about it. And I can't wait to tell you more about some of this great stuff we got coming. But the plain objective conclusion of why there's three books that have survived from the Roman era to today. Those books are Histories of Josephus, The War of the Jews by Josephus, and the New Testament. They're the only three books that have survived. Why? What do they have in common? If we're just going to look at these books objectively, what do they have in common? Well, Josephus, Antiquities, Wars of the Jews, very pro-Roman. The New Testament, the New Testament is very, very pro-Roman. So could it be, ladies and gentlemen, and it is, that these three works have survived because they are all decidedly pro-Roman in their view. And what if I told you that they were all three written, all three created, all three promulgated by Rome? Jeffrey Daugherty, are you telling us the Roman Empire wrote the New Testament? Yes, I am. And not only am I going to tell you, I'm going to prove it to you, not only today, but over and over again over the next weeks and months as we go through the works of Joseph Atwell. And the fact is, folks, that all three of these works are interconnected, and all three of these works contain a code that is, while it's detailed, it's very, very easy to see, understand, and discern once you know it. And the bottom line is that none of the three books make any sense stand alone unless you understand and until you understand the code that runs through and links them all. It's my belief, and I think Joseph Atwell would share my belief on this, that the three works are interconnected. They contain coding that shows they're all written by the same authors and are essentially a set. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They are essentially a set. The Wars of the Jews, Josephus's Antiquities, and the New Testament. Let's stop right here for a second, go into the chat room and see what people have to say. This is a big step, so let's talk about it. What does Ion Them say? I don't know that I've seen you before. If I missed you, I apologize. And regardless, thank you for being here, because irregardless is not a word. As a younger person, I used to hear the song and think, see the blazing fool before us. Apparently, the brain was mashing up Nero with Christmas. Hell, maybe I was onto something. Indeed, you were. Scotty Boy is allowed back. And Robert USN, that third generation, says this is the most irreverent group of folks. Billions are doing the Xmas thing, and we're swimming the other way. Absolutely. We're the smart ones. Wolf from Wichita, nice to see you, Serial Dog. Nice to see you, Pixie Garcia in Northern Colorado. All of Serial's Christian clients have been pouring gifts upon him. What do you say when someone gives you a gift? You say, thank you. That's all, and take it and move on and use it like you stole it. Jeff will be on the lookout for trolls. Indeed, I will. Always vigilant, always vigilant. Basketballer United, a troll serial killer, self-proclaimed. Reading Caesar's Messiah with my Mistech bands on. Oh, man, I'm telling you, you can't get any better than that. You're going to receive a lot of great revelation, and you'll be able to receive it much easier with your Mistech bands on. Let's see, who's a Trump fan? I'm a Trump fan. Let's see what else. I'm a Trump fan as long as he keeps doing like he's doing. It's Christmas, so Tracy's off the hook. Jeffrey speaking at his presence. I don't think Jeff gets any presents. Jeff is like a humbug kind of a guy. Let's see what else. Cautious Observer, thanks again. $10 off the bat. Can't beat that. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I remember the GTA bunker with black and red tile. Yep, that was back in the day. Healing your... Okay, Joe was watching back in 2017. Nice to see Joe is still here. When was Jesus born? Lucas, let me figure it out. And oh yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't. Sorry to break it to you. This is Christmas. Santa's not real, and neither is Jesus. So there you go. I'm with family and making lots of, hey, let's get together and talk about Jesus after this lovely family gathering. There you go. Good for you, man. Good for you. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. What else we got going here? Petition against Netflix Gay Jesus surges past 2.3 million signatures, according to Spirit Girl SF. I've got a lot to say about that, and so does Joseph Atwell, but that's not the subject for today. Gay Jesus surges past 2.3 million signatures, a petition against gay Jesus. Why don't they want Jesus to be happy? I don't understand it. gay Jesus. Nana Marie Thomas might be in the wrong place. She says the Jesus Constantine invented wasn't real. That's the only Jesus that there was, sweetheart. Sorry, Nana Marie, but Jesus isn't real. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. I'm really not sorry, but I'm sorry that you think he's real. And I have to tell you, not that he's not real. I wonder if Lucas is making a joke here, because I can't even say it. All of those people that you say they confirm, first of all, those are people. Do you know that I can find people that confirm? I could find 1 million people tonight that confirm that Santa is real. Does that make Santa real? Nope, it does not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to our work. My belief, and see, here's the thing. I am where I was, where you guys are now, about 20 years ago. I was preaching Jesus. I was believing Jesus. I was promoting Jesus. I preached Jesus up one side, down the other. I've been to Bible college. Have you? I've studied the New Testament, Greek, the Old Testament, Hebrew. Have you? I'm waiting for an answer. I've been where you are, but I continued to study. I continued to look, and I got out of that place of where I was looking at everything through confirmation bias. This is what I believe. Let me look at the data and prove my own point. And I got to the place where I decided to actually be objective. And I got to the place where I decided I'd actually be impartial. And that's when things changed. I realized there's not one bit of anthropological, not one bit of historical proof of Jesus outside of the New Testament. And when you say the Bible's true because the Bible says it's true, that's a special kind of special. It's called circular reasoning, and it's also called STUPID, but we're not going to say that tonight. The plain objective conclusion as to why the New Testament and the histories of Josephus are the only surviving works from first century Rome talking about Judea is because they were all created and promulgated by Rome. They're a complete set, and they're written by the same people, and they're a set that had a couple of objectives, and they've worked brilliantly well. And the third objective was almost an admission, and it's working brilliantly well too, if I may say so myself. What they were trying to do is two things, and with a third that was inevitable. Okay. Number one, they were going to subdue militaristic Messianic Judaism. Number two, they were written to create a system whereby Titus could trick the Judeo-Christians into worshiping him when they refused in the day to worship him. And then at the end, he could show them what he did and rub it in their faces. This was accomplished by hidden and coded messages in those combined works that reveal that the Jesus character of the New Testament was actually the Emperor Titus himself. And it has worked beautifully. Beautifully. It's worked beautifully. Military, Messianic Judaism died. Pacifist Christianity sprang up and dutifully to this day worships Jesus/Titus. And that third part, reveal it to you, rub it in your face, that's my job. I'm revealing it to you today. Joseph Atwell has revealed it to you, and Joe is too much of a gentleman to rub it in your face, but I like it. I enjoy it. It's what I'm here for. It's what I do. And here we go. And the linchpin to the whole plan, ladies and gentlemen, was Matthew 24. And we've done a brilliant, if I may say so myself, series of programs on Matthew 24. And the Roman authors of the New Testament, the Roman authors, let's just say the Roman authors of the gospel, we'll keep it to that right now, Josephus' works and antiquities were backdated. They backdated the ministry of Jesus to before the destruction of Jerusalem, so they could set him up as a prophet predicting those events. And that Jesus' character was able to so accurately predict the details of the war with such stunning accuracy. Why? Because they had already happened. It's very easy to be a great prophet when you're predicting something that has already happened and you get to act like you didn't know that it already happened. How great a prophet could a time traveler be? Well, your New Testament is proof of it, ladies and gentlemen. Rome made up the lie and Josephus swore to it. Rome wrote the Gospels, and then Josephus wrote his histories to fit and support them. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear the saying, history is written by the winners? It really is. Who are the winners? Rome's the winners. Who's written history? Rome's written history. But not only, ladies and gentlemen, not only is history written by the winners, so is prophecy. And when you control intelligentsia, when you control education, when you control the government, when you control religion, you can write, say, do, and make people believe anything. You don't believe me? Remember 9/11? You remember 9/11? Where people like me that should have known better believed that some Arab in a cave managed to coordinate flying 2 jet planes like Top Gun 3, 9/11, Omar Maverick, Mohammed Maverick, take down the Twin Towers. That's the kind of expertise they had to have, and they couldn't even pass flight training. It wasn't real, but it convinced people like me that should have known better that some guy from a cave and some other guys that never made it through flight training were able to complete impossible maneuvers, even for Maverick and Goose. Maverick and Goose, Iceman, they couldn't have done it. Well, maybe they could have done it. And crash into the Twin Towers and bring them down. And we say, oh, yes, please go ahead and take away our rights to privacy. Oh, yes, please go ahead and take away our rights to privacy in our conversations. Please put a police state on us. Please give us more surveillance because we don't want to be divine, sovereign, and free. We did that. In 2000 and what was it? Was it 2001 or was it not? Was it 2011? That's how long it's been. I can't remember. We did that. So is it really so hard to believe that we've been doing that for 2,000 years, just going along with the program of the people that are in charge of all the media and all the outreach? No, we do what we're told because we tend to be sheep. And it's only when sheep grow horns, like the 40,000 of us that are here, and start butting. I know you say that planes hit it, but how come it looks like holograms? I know you said those towers came down free fall, but how does that happen when they've got those steel beams in them? I know you want us all the buts. We are the ones with the horns, and we're not going away. And if you break our horns, there'll just be some more people just behind us that come because there's lots of horny people. And we are not going to stop butting until we bring the whole paradigm down. And you guys are getting worried, and you guys are getting afraid, and you guys are getting scared because you know that we can't be stopped. And we won't be stopped because we're crazy. And here we come. But they backdated the ministry of Jesus' character to fit the prophecies, put him back in the late or the mid 30s when he really didn't ever exist. But hey, if you're going to make a guy up, make him up at a time when you can use him. So by putting him in the 30s and having him predict, quote unquote, things that happened in the 70s, oh my, you got a prophet. They made him up, ladies and gentlemen. Rome made up the lie, and Josephus swore to it. Back when I was a kid, I had a friend named Tim Brown. We would lie to our parents, and if we got caught in anything, I would tell a lie, and Tim would swear to it. Tim would tell a lie, and I would swear to it. And as long as you stay together, you usually come out okay. But history is written by the winners. So is prophecy. But some of you out there on Christmas Eve are saying, Jeff, that's ridiculous. Jeff, that makes no sense. Jeff, I could never believe that. I'm a Christian. I could never believe such foolish things, such illogical things, such ridiculous things. I could never believe them. But you believe a guy born from a virgin, walked on water, raised the dead, rose from the dead himself, and then floated away into heaven. You believe that. And you believe that in the midst of a brutal Roman occupation, a cult of pacifists led by this sky fairy advocated carrying a soldier's pack 2 miles instead of 1, allowing them to beat you, paying taxes to them, and even obeying them as messengers of God. That's like a large movement of Jewish radicals in the ghettos of Warsaw pre-World War II, forming a cult that said, we should worship the Führer. We should pay the Führer. It's like Jewish radicals in the Warsaw ghettos, Sieg Heiling. That's how much sense it makes. Just because it doesn't agree with what you've been taught doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. Just because it doesn't agree with what you've been sold doesn't mean it's not real. And you are the ones that don't have any objective history. You are the ones that don't have any imperial documentation. The words that we know, the documents that we know, history shows there was no Jesus. Logic shows there was no Jesus. And the only thing propping it up is your Stockholm-like syndrome, slave-minded devotion to a fear and guilt, blood magic control matrix. The New Testament was obviously a political document, and that should cause you to take a new look and have a new understanding about the New Testament and about politics in general. That's why, anyway, we'll go with that another time. I don't want to keep you too long on Christmas Eve, but let's go ahead and answer your questions and highlight great responses. You listen to me prattle on for 23 minutes. Don't forget, tonight and tomorrow, the last nights for the Miss Tech sale, 30% off your Miss Tech products. Go to jeffreydaugherty.com. Click on, ladies and gentlemen, the Miss Tech logo. I must be doing this wrong. Click on the Miss Tech logo, ladies and gentlemen, and you can get 30% off. 30% off your order of any Miss Tech products today and tomorrow only. Jeff, could I possibly on the 26th? No, it ends at midnight on December 25th and goes back to only 20% off. But right now, 30% off. jeffreydaugherty.com, Miss Tech logo, jeffreydaugherty.com, Miss Tech tab. And let's go. And James Newkirk is in Nashville. Mr. Make It Happen's an atheist. Glad to have you here. What else we got, ladies and gentlemen? No testosterone supplements. Not going to do that. Rome created Jesus and all of that rubbish, says Mr. Make It Happen. And he's absolutely 100% correct. And let's see what else we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff's hair reminds me of the Heat Miser character. I've heard that before. What a handsome individual he was. What a handsome individual. We don't care what, the Urantia book. I thought the Bible was boring. The Urantia book, I would rather go to the dentist for a root canal, a perpetual root canal, than read the Urantia book. The Urantia book is boring, and Doris Cannon has proven to be wrong. So get that corn out of my face. I can hardly wait to see what C60 will do for my sight, says Toth. All I can do is tell you what it does for me. I don't read with glasses anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Spiritual SF says Heidi Ho for some reason. That's okay. $4.99 from my friend Social Observer. I bought a level 2 band the other day. Nothing confirmed yet. Bah humbug. It's coming, brother. It's coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. It is coming. Let's see. I lost my track because when someone gives a super chat, I always want to make sure I highlight and read their comment. Let's see. What else we got here? I know there's some good stuff. I can hardly wait and see. Okay, that's where I left off. Let's see. Jesus was an important figure foretold and certain in the Matrix. Yeah, he was an important figure made up and inserted into the Matrix. Absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And this is not your chat room, so feel free to comment, but don't feel free to try to take over. Let's see. Gay Jesus. I don't know why they don't want Jesus to be happy. I don't know why they don't want Jesus to be happy. Any fat guy sneaking down my chimney is going to get shot. Yeah, that's funny. So if Santa's not real, I can have the milk and cookies. Absolutely. Knock yourself out. In fact, Cynthia and her daughters are making a bunch of cookies tonight. So there you go. Not everyone can handle the truth. That's true. Absolutely. See, here's the problem. I don't know if Lucas is being serious. I don't believe the Bible, but I believe Dolores. I believe Swaru. I believe Eli. That's a recipe for disaster. You should not believe people because people will fail you. I'm not saying that Swaru will fail you. Dolores Cannon is already, I've already proven that Dolores Cannon was wrong on multiple occasions, was regressing people and relating things that were impossible to happen. She was talking to she regressed some Jewish guy that talked about bar mitzvah 800 years before there was ever a bar mitzvah. Oops. There goes Dolores Cannon's credibility. She either lied or was wrong. And once you lie to me, you're always a liar, and I won't believe you anymore. Once you've been proven wrong to me by bad scholarship or shoddy scholarship, I'm not going to trust you anymore as a scholar. I don't know Swaru. Let's face it, folks. We don't even know if Swaru is real. Okay? We don't know. So when you believe people, and if you'll notice, every belief has a lie in the middle of it. Every belief has a lie in the middle of it. You're setting yourself up to fail. Don't believe in people. Know for yourself. Know for yourself. Les says this is why he loves our show. We call out the bullshit. We do. We do call out the bullshit. Let's see. All scripture is inspired by Rome. And I was thinking about this the other day. Think of these sayings that we have. All roads lead to Rome. They really do. They all lead to Rome. Why? Because Rome's in charge. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Where are we? Rome, ladies and gentlemen. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to break that down. I know that this wasn't what we're here for. This is really another show, but I feel inspired to show you something that is going to blow your mind. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. And I'm taking a big risk here, ladies and gentlemen, because I haven't looked this up. I'm doing this cold, and I'm going to do it in front of you. I'm doing it cold. I'm going to do it in front of you. I think this says, I think I got a download that this says this is a double imperative. It's not two things. It's a double imperative. Let's see if I'm right. Here we are. I haven't studied this. I haven't looked at this. So I'm going to rely on my nearly 40 years of scholarship. I'm going to rely on my Bible college degree. I'm going to rely on my 100 plus 100,000 hours plus of study into the biblical text. And dude, you guys know who Master Wong is? Oh, Master Wong gives you some good online. I'm going to see if I can become an affiliate of Master Wong. Master Wong, he set you up. You'll never get your ass kicked again, Master Wong. You got to check out some Master Wong, but don't buy no Master Wong until tomorrow, because I'm going to see if I can become an affiliate of Master Wong tonight. Well, Master Wong, you're always right. Anyway, so Jesus told them, here we are in Mark 12:17. Jesus, the Jesus character, told them, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and unto God what is God's. And they marveled at him. I always wondered, why did they marvel at him? What did he say that was so great that they're marveling at him? And this is a preacher, this is a teacher, this is a pastor, this is a Bible college graduate. Why do they marvel? There's a few things in the New Testament that always made me wonder, yeah, but why? Can we break that down into the original Greek? Thank you. I know I didn't wait for your I didn't wait for your permission, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's break that down into the New Testament. And Jesus said, watch this, cousins. Are we having fun yet? I think we are. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Let's look at that. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this first. If we go up here and click on interlinear, we get to see the verse as it is, broken down without any chicanery. Oh, I'm so right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so right. The things of Caesar give back to Caesar, the things of God to God. What does this word mean right here? This word translated and. Even. The word, it means even. Even. Namely. Oh, I'm so good. It's so good to be good. And it's so good to be even gooder than you know that you're good. When you're good, it's good to know you're good. But sometimes, even when you know you're good, you're gooder than the good that you thought you knew you were. Sometimes when you're good, you get to be gooder than you even know how good you were. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's really amazing to be me. That's why I am le champion of biblical interpretation and spiritual revelation. I'm the best in the world at what I do. I'm the only one in the world that does what I do. Apologies to Chris Jericho for stealing his lines, but we're buddies, so I stole them anyway. I am le champion, but only of biblical interpretation and spiritual revelation. Chris Jericho, AEW champion, is the real le champion. So anyway, dudes, do you see it? Namely, even, moreover, even, indeed. Let's reread this with those words in mind. Give the things of Caesar back to Caesar, even the things of God to God. Give the things of Caesar back to Caesar, yea, the things of God to God. Do you see what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen? The Jesus character says, give to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, to God the things that are God, because Caesar is God. Give the things of Caesar back to Caesar, because yea, even so, he is God. Look at the wording. Give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, even unto God those things that are God's. Give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, namely those things that are God unto God's. Give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, moreover the things that are God's unto God. Give unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, indeed the things that are God's unto God. This is why I am le champion. And this is why you love me, and this is why you hate me. Because I break it down to the text, and the text doesn't give a good goddamn what you think. The text doesn't give a good goddamn what you've been taught. And the text doesn't give a good goddamn what you believe. The text is the text. And either you are a person of the text or you are a fear and guilt, blood magic, control matrix, Stockholm syndrome slave. And we just proved it to you again. Jesus said that Caesar's God. And when that was written, Titus was Caesar, and then Domitian was Caesar, and before that, who was Titus's dad? Somebody help me out. Who was Titus's dad? He went back from Jerusalem. Anyway, I forget his name right now, but it'll come to me. And you ever notice there was 3 of them? There's your Trinity, Christian. There's your Trinity, Christians. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Powerful, powerful stuff. I threw that in for a runaway train was going to order Caesar's pizza tonight, but changed his mind and went with Domino's. That's funny. That is funny. Vespian, thank you. Vespasian, thank you very much. Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. Dudes, it is so perfectly clear. It is so perfectly plain. It is so easy. Crystal says, brilliant as always. I know it surprises me sometimes, but I usually am brilliant. And I thank you very, very much. This is great, great stuff. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Jeff is the best and getting better. We're all the best and we're all getting better. I have more times good and getting gooder. Absolutely never bought into that one. Give to Caesar and to God. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give to God what is God's, because Caesar is God. If you can't see that, then you don't want to see that. I'm trying to set you free, and some of you won't give up the ball and chain. And I can't help you. I can't help you any more than that. I can bring you to water, but only you can drink. I can bring you objective truth, but only you can think. Ladies and gentlemen, those girls are getting noisy as hell out there, so I'm going to wrap this up. We had a great time. I may come back to you later tonight because I'm feeling under the spout where the glory comes out. And I want you to know that you're divine, you're sovereign, and you're free. And there's no time like tonight to unindoctrinate yourself. I know it's Christmas. I know it's either Christmas or Christmas Eve, wherever you are. But can you think of a better time to free yourself from the Christian fear and guilt, blood magic, control matrix than Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? All you have to do is say this. I'll say it in my name. I'll do it again just to be sure. I'll say it in my name. I, Jeffrey Daugherty, renounce all attachments, all allegiances, all promises, all covenants made in my name, for my soul, through blood. I renounce them all. I end them all right here and right now. And I command that any and all entities that I welcomed into my life, namely the Jesus entity, the Father entity, and the Holy Spirit entity, and any other entity that came in with them, you must leave me right now. I sever all ties. I sever all connections. And I cast out any entities that have been welcomed into me right now in the name of Jeffrey Allen Daugherty. That's it. That's all you have to do. Go back, listen to it again, listen to it again, listen to it again. Tonight, and then Tracy says, call back your own soul. That's interesting. That wouldn't hurt. And I call back my own soul, my own spirit, my own divinity, my own sovereignty, my own freedom. And I hereby declaim my sovereignty, my divinity, and my freedom. That's a pretty good addition, Tracy. Good work. If you haven't done it, do it. And if not tonight, when? If not you, whom? Tonight's the best night to set yourself free from the fear and guilt, blood, magic, control matrix that is Christianity. We're just getting started on this. And I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. On your way out, make sure that you give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending upon how you felt about the message. And don't forget about Focus Life Force Energy. Don't forget about Hero Soap. Let freedom clean. There ain't no reason to get unindoctrinated without getting unstinkinated. Freedom, Hero Soap, let freedom clean. The Fluffy, a full 30-day free trial. You don't even have to give a credit card. It will make a difference in your life. The things I make a difference, things I talk about make a difference in your life. We've got that other product coming up that, a lot of people are going to snicker about and laugh about, but I was going to say the Lord works in mysterious ways. That's funny. It's not the Lord, but divinity sometimes works. Divinity sometimes works in strange ways. Divinity works in mysterious ways, because I really want to start teaching you more and talking to you more about the divine power of your sexuality, the divine intention, getting shit done power of your sexuality. And we've got so much erectile dysfunction. We've got so much low T. We've got so much impotency in the world today that it's hard, and it's by design. They know that this is perhaps our greatest, most divine and godlike power that we have in this body. That's why there's so much porn. That's why it's so much ED and so much of this bad stuff. So you know how I am. And you know how Jay is. We're all about physical optimization and spiritual optimization. The world is flaccid, says Tracy Dyer, and it is. What if you could have something to physically optimize your sexuality to help you spiritually optimize your sex magic, your intention? And Samuel feels like he's got to say he doesn't have ED. That's okay, bro. It's all right. We don't care if you do. We'll still love you. This is going to be so much. I mean, the 2020 is going to be a great year. 2020 is going to be the best year you've ever had. I believe it for you, and I'm telling you for it. Matthew got his 2 missed texts in the mail today. Perfect gift for himself. He can already feel it. You can feel it from the time you put them on, most people. It's amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Social Observer, I'm going to show this. He says, evil Hollywood practices self-magic. And you know what? Those evil people in Hollywood, they also breathe air. And those evil people in Hollywood, they also eat food. Those evil people in Hollywood, they also drink water. That doesn't mean everything an evil person does is evil. I'm sure you get my drift. 2020, gonna be the best year ever for you, for me, and for all of us together. 2020, the rising tide, ladies and gentlemen. Lock and load. Here we go. You think it's been fun so far? You ain't seen nothing yet. Is there black sex magic? Abso-damn-lutely, Social Observer. 100% there's black sex magic. But there's also sex magic that is not black, dark. And again, what does black magic mean? Here we go. Here we're getting pushed into another direction, but that's okay. What is black magic? Black magic is defined as Magic that overrides the intention of a being, using your intention to override the intention of another being. That's considered black magic. And yet, well, whether it's 2020 or 1020, you get me. You get me. USCG Ox Dragon 167. I salute you for your service. I love to see our Coast Guardsmen. We got the U.S. Navy represented by Robert. We got the Coast Guard represented up in here. We got the Chair Force, the Air Force represented up in here by Staff Sergeant Daugherty. I'm sure we got a Marine in here. I'm sure we got us an Army guy in here. So it's good to have all. We need a Space Force. Space Force. We need one of those. It's like Space Ghost. Every time I hear it, I hear that. What was I going to say? Anyway, you know what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Howard Ward, U.S. Army. Good to see you. Good to see you. Army Dad, Joe King. Joe King didn't say Joe King is an Army Dad. How about that? But I was saying something. Oh yeah, but if somebody has an entity that's in them, William Pishlow, Army, Donna Gracie, Army. If somebody has an entity that's possessing them or oppressing them, and I make that entity leave that person, aren't I overriding the will of the entity? I am. I am. So sometimes black magic isn't really black. It's really in the intention that's in the intention. So isn't Jenny a Space Force commander? Jenny's anything she wants to be, ladies and gentlemen. She's anything she wants to be. Jeannie Griffin's husband is a Marine. Hoorah! I like it. I like it. All right, Scotty, I'll allow this. When does a Boy Scout become a man? When he eats his first brownie. Oh, boy. Only because they're making cookies out there. All right. Oh, Karen Steele's grandfather was at Pearl Harbor. That's a big salute right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get out of here before I say something else that I shouldn't. I may come back tonight because I'm just feeling like it's one of those nights and it's only 8 p.m. Have a happy holiday. Enjoy your days off. People are saying Merry Christmas to me. It's Tuesday night, but hey, you know, I'm just that kind of guy, and that's all right. Enjoy where you are. Unindoctrinate yourself. There's 40,000 of us. We are winners, and we can change the world today and create a better tomorrow. There's never been a better time, ladies and gentlemen, and there's never been a better person, and there really has never been a better night than tonight to unindoctrinate yourself.